You would say there's just a smaller number of sustainers.
Yes. Yeah. So the enabler community within SOF is much smaller than the enabler community within like your mobile brigades or even your typical division headquarters. And we're a pretty small, tight knit community. And so I think this is something we're going to highlight on later is the relationships you form within SOF and the people you talk to. And it's not even like, oh, I know a guy that can do this. It's just like, hey, like I'm good friends with this person because it is such a small community and you're able to work so much together.
From the enlisted side?
Yeah, couldn't agree more with what Captain Smith said, sir. Just to start off, it is an absolute honor to be in an organization like this. I think you definitely, to have success here, you definitely have to be a self-starter and the right kind of person. You have to be autonomous because just like with what Captain Smith highlighted on, there is not a lot of sustainment support. It's like we don't have an FSC in our battalion. We don't even have a BSB for our group. And for those who don't know, our group is essentially our brigade level headquarters. So being able to utilize relationships that we've made from other units that we've been in, because for both of us, this is our first time being in a SOF organization. So I've had a lot of experience with other organizations on Fort Bragg, like the 82nd, and just like Captain Smith said as well, too. We've been able to take advantage of, not really take advantage, but utilize some of the relationships we have to help us get the mission done, whether it's operational type stuff like units going to the field or when it comes to deactivation with divesting property. That stuff has really played a key part because if you come here and you're going to expect for someone to do your job for you, it's not going to happen and you're going to fail. Additionally, I think that you have to be able to know what you can accomplish within the box and know what you can accomplish in the gray area right outside of the box. And we, being sustainers within a SOF organization, we have to be masters of everything within the box. When I talk about the box, I'm saying like Army regulation, doctrine, everything that you would typically think of when you're in a normal FORSCOM Army unit. But we also have to be masters of that gray area as well, too. So know whenever we can do what we're allowed to do and what our left and right limits are is going to set us up for success. And I think that's how you can be successful coming to an organization like this, especially being enlisted, because compared to other organizations, you might not have the normal, like, hey, this is what you're going to do, and all you got to do is show up, right place, right time, right uniform, and kind of be hand-walked, for lack of a better term, to accomplish the mission. Here, it's like you might just be given, like, a very broad scope of, like, this is what we need to do, and you have to figure it out, whether you're speaking purely to sustainers here, whether you're a PFC specialist, sergeant, staff sergeant, or even like a younger sergeant first class, you're not going to have someone always looking over your shoulder all the time. You got to be able to make things happen on your own. And I think that's going to be what sets people up for success in organizations like this.
Definitely. I mean, you have no bigger, higher headquarters that you were talking about, no BSB there, no FSC. Like, I don't want to say you're alone and afraid kind of thing, but you have those smaller groups that you're working with. So does that present a lot of challenges not having like a quote unquote higher sustainment headquarters, or how does that work for you all?
I think it's different. I wouldn't say it's a challenge. It's just different. It'd be like learning to draw one shape and then being asked to draw something else, like drawing one cartoon and drawing something in a completely different style. So while we may not have our sustainment brigade over us, or we don't have a BSB or FSC, USASOC as a whole does a good way of supplementing units, specifically us, for like RStruck and for deactivation and for any needs we may have that a typical BSB or sustainment brigade may fill. So like, I mean, for example, if you need to move a Connex or move some large piece of equipment, there's a TMR process that we can still go through, just like much of FORSCOM, to get these moved. And then there's also assets available to us within like the USASOC channels where we can get a box truck, we can get a flatbed, we could get a rental car for the things that we need to fill the gaps that aren't here. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily a challenge. I would just say it's different. And being able to adapt to that differentness as soon as you get here and being able to learn this different language of logistics, I think is really important to success.
Okay. So then can you kind of walk us through like your specific organizational structure then it comes to the PSYOP side?
So for our battalion as a whole, well, I'll start with our group. The 8th Psychological Operations Group has 2 battalions in it. 9th Battalion and 3rd Battalion, we are 3rd Battalion. And within 3rd Battalion, for the RSTRUC terms, we have 2 companies that are actually laterally moving over once all these RSTRUC changes happen, and then 3 that are going away. And so the split that we've had to kind of balance and find the juggle path with has been supporting our operational companies and then supporting those that are also going away. And so you start reaching a culmination point where how do you support operations with no equipment, or whatever that projected date is for everything's going to be gone or your personnel are going to be gone. And so being able to balance all the things and all the entities, I think it's really important.
Yeah, to add on to that too, it's been very interesting for us too, because we still have units within our battalion that are still conducting